Mhm.
Okay, so hi, Lisa, it's Jana, and I'm here with Cyndi Walters. I'm super excited because I'm a huge fan of hers. So I'm going to just get her read in and hope I don't get tongue tied. I've read it 5 times. I've never been able to get through it. So let's find out. So 3, 2, 1. Hello, and welcome to Oh My Health, There Is Hope. I'm your host, Jana Short, and today I'm here with Cyndi Walters. Cyndi is a certified fitness instructor with 3 decades of experience leveraging private network assets and having risen to the top income earner in 2 companies. Most importantly, Cyndi is a loving wife to her husband and the mother to her son and 3 daughters. She has found a way to leverage her skills, work ethics, and network to build an online sales distribution center that generates over 7 million in annual sales while still being a present mom to her family. Now she leads her networking moms to implement the systems she has put into place to duplicate her success in a much shorter time. As a matter of fact, she has helped lead 11 six-figure income earners in the last 8 years and hundreds of part-time earners. Cyndi, I am so excited to have you here today because right now I think your story needs to be heard. So welcome.
Thank you. It's always a joy for me to connect with you, Jana.
So for anyone who has not heard Cyndi on the show before, she is absolutely one of my favorite people in the world. We connected through a networking program and became fast friends. And what she does is amazing. And Cyndi, we always ask people to share a little story of hope. And I want to put a lot of hope out into 2021. So do you have a story that you might want to share with us today?
Sure. I think, the industry that I've been blessed to be a part of for now, gosh, 27 years, it does provide such hope. And, coming out of 2020, I looked at 2020 with, always looking for the silver linings, and so many good things did come out of last year. And what I found that really provides me hope, and I'm sharing this with my team, is that, having online businesses, having businesses where you get paid even when things are going on in the world that you don't have control over is so important. And so it's been crazy because even during 2020 our numbers are all up, our business is up, our enrollments, our rank advancements, our whole team structure, everything is up. And going into 2021, I'm just so excited about it because so many more people are looking. And I work a lot on LinkedIn. I just did this massive training. I did one that you and I did last year, but I just did another one. And there's so many people on LinkedIn looking for work because they've been displaced. So many people are burnt out. So many people are forced to work from home and aren't able to. So I think, having an opportunity that does provide hope for people to really be able to have it all. I really tend to attract women who want to work from home so they can be more present with their families, and I'm able to offer hope to the mom that wants to do that.
I hope you don't mind. I'm going to ask you first, and if you say no, I'm okay with that. But I never do this either. I want to talk a little bit about MLMs because one of the things that by the way, had all of those thoughts, processes that go through my head when someone approaches me with an MLM. But I also want to say to everyone who's listening, where else in the world can you come into a business for maybe $200, $300 and build a 6 or 7 figure business and be coming in at the same level as millionaires or somebody who didn't even graduate high school, who's raising a family of kids and still have the exact same possibilities and opportunities. And when I would be a part of that, I saw young moms coming up that were retiring their husbands, and their husbands, I remember, were poo-pooing them at first, like, yeah, it's her little business, right? And now they're retired, and a huge part of that, it happens. And I can tell you, I have seen this with my own eyes. I've experienced it myself, and I understand like it is a possibility. And so going into 2021, I want to talk about what that might look like and how people find the right fits and stuff.
Yeah, and you do. That's probably the key thing right there. You just said it. You have to find the right fit for you. So for me, it was all health and wellness, and you and I share that passion for health. And I don't think there's anything too much more important than our health. And so that's what I decided to do. So it has to be something that you're passionate about. And for me, it was health and wellness, and it was helping other people. So many people would come to me prior to being partnered with a health and wellness company. I've been a part of one now for over 8 years, and they would ask me for advice. They're not sleeping, they don't have enough energy, they want to lose weight. Now I'm dealing with a lot of people that are going through the pre, during, and postmenopausal stage. And so people are really seeking help. So for me, it was a natural fit. It was really, that was exactly what I wanted to do. And then I researched the companies, and I've shared that story with you, Jana. I spent a month researching all the health and wellness companies out there. There were so many, and it was finding the right company that had the integrity of the leadership. I watched meeting after meeting, event after event online to make sure I felt that the company I'd be going to, the leadership and the integrity of the owners was there. I wanted a company that was charitable, that gave back. I wanted products that were amazing, that were safe for pregnant nursing moms, babies, to seniors. And then I looked at the compensation plan, and I had to make sure I was leaving another company that I was at the top of. I was one of the top 26 in my last company, and I was starting all over again at the zero with zero income. And I had to make sure that not only would it work for me, but that anyone I would bring into it had every opportunity I had and could exceed what I have done. And that's my goal. I've had 2 women on my team out earn me at different points in the last 8 years. And I'm telling you, my son will be doing it very soon. My son is full time with me now, and him and his girlfriend have attracted a lot of young people to our team, and they'll be out earning me. And that was really important to me, that it wouldn't be something that I would be the only one having success. I wanted other people to. So I'm always passionate about helping people with their health feel better, look better. But when it comes to the financial piece of it, that's where I really feel I am a giver of hope, because I've not only done it, I've been in this industry for so long. I've made every mistake there is to make, and I can really shorten the learning curve for new people coming in. And we have systems in place, and it just keeps getting better and better and better. And I've never been more excited as I am right now going into this new year.
I love that. So the number one thing you want to do is research the company you want to go with. How long has it been around? What is the product? Is it something you're passionate about? Because this is something you want to build your business on. So you want to be passionate about it and educated about it. But the number two thing is something that Cyndi touched on, and I don't even know if she realizes it, but you want to find a leader to get in under. You want to find someone who works it like a business, right? Because I will be really honest, in an MLM business, most of your business are built on happy customers that are just excited to use a product. They never want to tell a person about it. They never want to share it, and never poo-poo on that, because 90% of the people in MLMs, maybe even more than that, are just those happy customers that are just love the product. So you want to make sure you find somebody who is a leader, who knows the business ins and outs, who's like, they set hours for their business, just like you would if you worked a 9 to 5, but you might say, I work 2 to 4 because the kids are, down for this. And then you show up like it's a business, dress like it's a business, prepare to function like it's a business, because you're building a multi-million-dollar business, right?
Absolutely. And, they say, we always tell people the products work if you use them, and the compensation plan will pay you if you work it. So it requires work. I mean, I work hard, but I have to tell you, it is so much fun, and it is so fulfilling that I just never wake up and say, oh, I've got to get on a call today. Oh, I have to talk to someone today. For me, it's always like, who can I help today? I'm so fired up. Who can I share with today? Who can I, share hope with? Who can I share the opportunity with, and see if it's a good fit? And it's not, to me, I never, ever, no one will ever say I'm pushy or assertive or aggressive or any of that. I just want to find people I can help, and help them. That's what I do. And it's such a blessing to be able to do that.
And one of the things, and I'm not pushing any companies because I feel like you should really check out what you're passionate about. But one of the things I look for is customer service in a company, because I don't want to be that customer service person. I want them to be able to go directly to the company and to ask questions. And one of the things that you did for me, Cyndi, when I first got interested in just using the product is I have some health concerns, right? And the first thing she did was book a 3-way call for me. And I forget who you had on the call. It was like the developer, and they answered every single one of my questions. What they couldn't answer, they told me I needed to consult with my doctor on, and gave me the information that I might need to bring up to them. And to me, that's a new company that's hungry, right? They're not a new company that's hungry anymore. They're doing extremely well, but they act like a new company that's hungry. They still treat every single person like they matter, and what they're asking is important. So I love that they did that.
Yeah, absolutely. We value every customer, and you are spot on with, the majority. I have over 47,000 customers now in multiple countries, and most of them are happy customers, but we treat them very, very importantly. And when we have someone that does have health concerns, we take it very seriously. So when I heard of your situation, I was like, okay, we're getting you on with a corporate nutritionist that kind of heads up the whole department, because I wanted to make sure that all of your questions were answered and that you were comfortable. And we do that. We do whatever it takes to make sure people are comfortable and that they're happy, and that they're well taken care of and feel valued.
So the next thing, I think, after you've decided like what company might be a good fit for you, and who might be that mentor that would really run with you at the pace you want to go and help you build that business, because they've done it, right? That you're not going to go to someone who just says, yeah, I heard you can do this. I want you to go to someone who says, yeah, I have done this, sometimes multiple times. The next thing you want to know is, what does that compensation plan look like, right? To me, every time I read a compensation plan, my head was like, boom. I had no idea what they were even saying to me. And coming from a person who has been very blessed financially, it didn't really matter, because I was always in it because of the other two factors, the passion and the opportunity, right? But I think it's really important that you understand the foundation of how you're going to build your business, how that income comes to you. And one of the things I liked when I was involved with this company is like their compensation plan, they're throwing money in your pocket like within days. You share it with a friend and they're like, hey, yeah, I want to try that. And you're getting money in a few days. I don't want to, it felt like a few days. I may be wrong, but I feel like they pay you every week. And then there's another check, and I'm like, where's this money coming from? I'm so confused, because normally what happens is you not only wait a month, then they take another 2 weeks to close that out. So if you made a big sell on the 1st of February, you might not get paid until the middle of March for that 1st of February. You get paid. I'm not saying they're holding your money. It's just a big process. And I feel like your company knows that the people who are doing this are pulling money out of their pocket and wanting to put it back in immediately, so there's no pain for them moving forward in that business.
Right, right. And that's one of the things I love. I was with 2 different companies, so I'm not a company jumper by any stretch. 10 years with one company, 10 years with another, and it was the same exact compensation payout plan for 20 years. So when I switched to this, I thought the same thing you did. Honestly, I lost sleep in the beginning. I was so fired up. I'm like, okay, the one thing I couldn't understand was how the company made money, because I felt like they were so generous with how they paid us and with the upfront money, because a lot of people, especially like in a situation we're in right now, they need the upfront money. They don't want to wait a year, 2 years, 5 years to start making money. And so, we always put it out there that, when it comes to the products, we put a disclaimer out there that we don't heal, treat, or cure any diseases. We're all about nutrition, but we don't heal, treat, or cure. And when it comes to the income side of it, not everybody will make 6 figures. Not everyone will make multiple 6 figures. I have 4 people on my team who have earned over $1 million, some over 2 million. And that's phenomenal. Not everyone will do that, because a lot of people aren't willing to learn the skills and face any rejection that might come their way, because there is some. There are people that don't understand the industry. So there's a learning curve there. And that's why we do a lot with training and events and all of that. But that's one of the things I loved, is that they have upfront money that you can earn right out of the gates. It takes 10 to 14 days to get your first, debit card. But after that, yes, we pay daily, weekly, monthly, and annually. And it's phenomenal for people who really do need some upfront money.
I know a girl who was doing this program, and she was like, this is how I get my gas for the week. This is how, when I'm short on groceries, I know that I could do this and have some money in my pocket in 3 days. And she built a massive business doing that. Like, just what do I need? Okay, I can do this real quick and get that in and
Hmm.
cover that expense. So I think that that is phenomenal, especially for young moms who are maybe stay-at-home moms, and they feel like they're taking from their families when they start a new business, because it does seem like there's a lot. You got to buy your product, right? You got to invest in education, and there's a lot of upfront cost. And so they feel guilty about taking that from their family because they don't see that turnaround for a while. And I love that they can actually put that back in their pockets in days. So I think that is
Yes.
amazing.
Yeah, and one of the things that I really looked at when I was ready to make a change a little over 8 years ago, I thought, all right, I've got one business left in me. I mean, I'm not going to be doing another one in 10 years. I've got one left, and I wanted it to be with a life-changing product. And that, so if you are looking for a company to partner with, make sure it's something that does have really great life-changing products, because it's easy to get behind something that you see amazing transformations in people's health, or whatever it is for you that you're really excited about. But that was huge for me, and knowing that you can, for me it was replacing income. So it wasn't even just, earning a little bit for grocery money. It was, I was earning quite a bit of money when I left my last company, and I wanted to replace that as quickly as I could, because at this point I had started to really help my husband financially. We were putting money in our 4 kids college funds, and I was really starting to help out financially. And my goal was to retire him. And Jana, we're getting super close. We're down to like weeks, I think now. So absolutely, it works. It works. And when you find the right company to partner with, and the right leadership, and you do the work, and you're willing to learn and be coachable, oh, it truly is the most beautiful um, opportunity I've ever seen. I'm so in love with the industry.
Well, the other thing I want to talk to you about real honestly with people are some of the mind blocks and pre, the pre, I don't even know what you're going to say, how I'm going to say it, but what they're thinking about what that looks like. And a lot of people, they just hear that and they feel negative about it immediately, or that they're pushy, or that they're going to um, be selling, pushy selling, kind of slimy selling. And let me tell you, there are some people like that. And I think I'm not even going to say that they're bad people, because they're not. They're super excited. And maybe someone hasn't really taught them how to talk to people yet about something they're really excited about. But if I came to you, Cyndi, and I say, I just saw the I don't know, the new Christmas movie that was out, and it was phenomenal. And I loved it so much. The kids laughed, I cried, and you'd be like, you have that little thought in your head, right? What are we doing this weekend? Well, I talked to Jana. She said there was this great movie. So it's kind of more like sharing that way, like sharing something really exciting that changed your health, changed your life. If you had a good book, you would share it. There's books that I absolutely love that I gift to people for Christmas. I talk about all the time. I have no skin in that game except for that I love them. What if you found a product or a business you could get it behind with that kind of passion? It's what
Mhm.
makes those 6 and 7 figure earners, because they have that kind of passion and love for it. What are some
Yeah.
of the negative things you hear about it?
Yeah, and gosh, you're so, the questions are just amazing you're asking. A lot of people have heard a story of something that happened to someone else. So people will say to me, I don't want to have products in my garage because back in the 80s, their parents had products in their garage. So it's just kind of, what I do is, just if someone has reservations, I just tell them to tell me. Whatever is an objection for you, I can't help you get through it if I don't know what they are. So I just ask a lot of questions. So it's, if someone has an objection, like, I don't want to sell products out of my car, out of my garage, I'm like, well, great, because with our company, all you need is a mobile phone. People order their own product from an app, and it's shipped directly to them. You never touch their products. They just pay you on the sale of those products. So that's one big hurdle that we can overcome super quickly. Cost, that's usually something that, if we have an objection, it's around cost. When you find products that you're already paying money on, like food, like nutrition, it's an easy thing to overcome because we're just reallocating grocery money. And with programs like, our company has a loyalty reward program. So similar to Starbucks, if you go to Starbucks, you give them your app at the drive-through window, then you get a free coffee after so many coffees. Well, we have a loyalty reward program. So, in my business, it's about 85% are happy customers, and every single one of them has access to a loyalty reward program where they can get $600 a year back in free products. So that makes the cost objection completely go away. And then for people that, if I do have a single mom and money is super, super tight for her, I'll talk to her about sharing, because when they do share with a few friends, family members, however that looks, they can get referral rewards from the company. So I'll explain how they can do that and get their products paid for. So it's really just things like that, Jana. There are really great companies out there. There's a lot of them, and more people are getting into network marketing. And in 5-10 years, it's not going to be there's not going to be any negativity around it anymore. People are going to be saying, what company? Not, are you involved in network marketing? What company are you involved with? Because the professionalism, it's just gotten so outstanding. And there's a lot of people that are in corporate America, and their worlds are being flipped upside down right now. And we're seeing an influx of really high caliber professional people coming into our business because this is an opportunity that can help them. It can help change everything for their family's financial blueprint. And the best thing is, it is so fulfilling, and it offers freedom to spend more time with the people that you love. My best friends are in my business, and I get to spend time with them. My family is involved in my business, and that's the best part. It's like you get to be with who you want, when you want, and really have that flexibility and freedom.
I love that you get to travel with them. It's so much fun. Like, I've been all over the world, literally with the people that I am building business with and having a good time. Like, it's been
Mm-hmm.
amazing. So one of the things that you touched on, which I think is really important, is when you get into a business like this and you start building, like, what does that look like for someone coming into your business? So if I found the right business and I found the right person I want to go under because they're a leader, and I want a business leader leading my business or helping me lead my business. And by the way, when they tell you they can help you get there, they mean they're going to show you a plan. They're not doing it for you. They're not
Mm-hmm.
making calls for you. You have to show up and do the work. And that's why maybe 90% of the people are just happy customers
Mm-hmm.
because it's just not their type of work. But what are some of the steps that they would take getting in there? Because I can promise you, if you follow the steps, you can pay for whatever you're putting into your business within the first 30 days. And that is like, I'm giving you double the time that I think you need. But you could definitely get your initial investment back within 30 days by just a couple of little steps. I did this and I wasn't even doing the business. So you
Mm-hmm.
definitely can do this.
Absolutely. And I would say, whatever company you land with, make sure there are systems in place to train you right out of the gate. So like right out of the gates, we plug people into the systems we have in place. We do 3-way calls. So they have to come up with people that we talk with, but they don't have to do it alone. So we do calls, we help them, we train them, we mentor them. We're there to really hold their hand until they don't need us anymore. And it doesn't take long because, that's the great thing is, when you have someone like me who's made the mistakes and I've started all over again. I've had 3 businesses. This is my 3rd business. And so it's like I've figured things out. So I have systems to really help people learn. And if you're coachable and you're hungry and you're willing to learn, that's all it takes. It takes the willingness to learn and to know that we're going to make mistakes, and there's really nothing wrong with making mistakes and failing. And every time I've made a mistake and I've failed, I've then failed forward. I've grown from it. I've gotten better, and then it makes me a better coach. I'm better able to help people when it happens to them. And so it's just really following the systems that are in place, and being open and willing to coach and learn, and asking for help when you need it.
So I'm going to tell you what I think the number one mistake is, and I'm going to have you tell me what you think the number one mistake was and see how different we are. But I think the number one mistake people make when they go into an MLM business is they get really excited and they literally, I go to their website, their Instagram page, and it's everywhere. They're so in love with this, and they've changed their name with it at the end, or it's like a mass. And the minute I see that, I'm gonna just tell you, the minute I see the sales pitch coming at me, I back away, like everything shuts down. But the way you can just swap that out is figure out one problem you can resolve with this new thing that you're doing. So if it's protein powders, if it's supplements, if it's essential oils, if whatever that is, what's one problem you can solve, and go out there and solve that problem. Educate on solving that problem and drawing them in. Because the minute you make those beautiful graphics that are going up and you're holding your bottle and you're working out with your shake, people get turned off. I'm not saying don't do any of that, but it seems like you stopped reaching through that screen and connecting in a real human way with the people on the other side. And you're just throwing a product in their face, and they will shut down. Even if they really wanted it and they really needed it, they don't hear another word past here it is. So I think that's the number one mistake people make marketing online. What do you think it is?
Oh, I would have to agree with you. And then there's one more, and it's quitting. But I want to talk about what you just said first. That's why we teach people. Like we teach people how to market on social media, how to talk about it. Absolutely, it's okay to take a picture with your product for sure. But if that's all you're doing, I mean, I get messages to this day. Hey, girl. Have you heard about this new tea? Or hey girl. And I'm just like, oh my gosh, I have no connection with them at all. They haven't built any rapport with me, and they're trying to sell me. And it is about the relationships. That's what matters here. And so what I try to teach people, I'm a big John Maxwell fan, and he always talks about adding value to people's lives. And so whatever it is that your company, the products are that you're selling, it's really figuring out, like you said, Jana, what is their problem? How can I help them overcome their problem? It is all about your client. So if you can put your servant's hat on and figure out what their needs are and how you can best help them, they don't care what you do with your workout products in the morning or how you take your products. They care, how can you help them? And that's what you have to do to overcome that one. The second one is quitting. I see people have these big dreams and they get involved, and then the first no they get, they quit and they walk away. And I just was listening to a really great Brendon Burchard seminar yesterday, and one of the people talking about network marketing was saying, if there's something you're fearful of, do it 100 times. And if you do it 100 times, you will finally get over it. Like probably when you started interviewing people on your podcast, Jana, the first few people, you might have been a little nervous. Maybe you had a little jitters. Maybe you had hives coming up your neck. But after you do it 100 times, you become a pro and you get so good and so smooth at asking questions. It's like that with everything. It's like that with putting your first few social media posts up. It's scary the first few times, but after you do it 100 times, you're going to see that you get better and better and better at it. So really, it's again being coachable. Like that's why we teach people how to post on social media, so that they don't overwhelm people, or you can't make it so salesy that you repel people away. You want to be attractive. You hear about attraction marketing all the time, and that's what you try to do. You try to add value to people's life so that they're attracted to you, so that they want you to be the one that they go to for help.
I love that. One of the things that I work on with VIP coaches is that I help remove money blocks. And one of the biggest money blocks is we keep hearing the word sales, and especially if you're in the health and wellness industry. We want to make people feel better. So we feel bad about charging them for our services or our product. But if you can just change that in your mind from sell to serve. I show up every day, I sit at my desk and I serve the world, right? The best way I can. I start building those relationships. I start creating. By the way, those 90% of the people who are happy customers are because you created an incredible relationship with them, right? The people that are becoming big leaders are because you created a beautiful foundation for them to follow your leadership and do the same thing. So what you're creating is what you're going to start attracting. And if you could just switch those words out from sales to serve. I am serving the world with my knowledge, with whatever it is I'm bringing to the table. It really doesn't make you feel like slimy anymore. It makes you feel like you're giving to the world. So
Yeah.
it puts it into perspective.
And that's something I work with my business, my people that are doing, this as a business and they're coaching people. That's what I work on, is that mindset around that, because I feel like I have this precious gift in my hands, and I can give you this gift, and it's going to help you feel better. It's going to help you sleep better. You're going to overall, your health is going to be better. And I can help you get rid of debt that maybe you're stressed out about. I can help you put money aside for your kids to go to college, for your retirement. It's a gift that I have. And if you don't accept the gift, it's okay. It's not for everybody. It's a gift that I want to give everyone. I think everyone could benefit from it, but it's okay if you say no to this gift. Maybe there's a different gift out there for you, but you have to have that mentality that you're not selling or pushing or shoving, and there's no negative energy around it. It's this beautiful thing that you have to offer the world, and if they take you up on it, they will reap the rewards and the benefits of it for years to come.
And I love that people take a no as a no, because how many people have you brought into your business have done extremely well for themselves that told you no?
Oh
And I'm
gosh.
not saying to keep hounding them. I'm saying they watch you. They watch your growth. They watch your
Mhm.
health change. And pretty soon they're like, what are you doing? Well, remember I told you I was doing blah, 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 or I was involved in. And pretty soon they want to know more. They come back to you and ask. And so just keep putting your best foot forward, putting that beautiful example out into the world. And always remember, when you're doing this, you're influencing people. So that person who said no, who's got their eye on you, waiting for you to fail, sometimes they're hoping for you to succeed, but they want to be like, I told you that wasn't a good idea for you to do. But they see your growth, and pretty soon they're going to ask questions because they're attracted to that. So
Mhm.
those no's are okay. I wish you guys would celebrate more the no's and the yeses and be like, yeah, I got
Yeah.
5 no's today. We're on track.
Absolutely. And people, they hear a no and they take it personally, like, what did I do wrong? Maybe I'm not cut out for this. And I have one of my top leaders on my team. She always says it's like giving someone a stick of gum. If I'm opening up a pack of gum and I say, Jana, would you like a piece of gum? And you say, no, thank you. I'm not going to be offended by it. I'm not going to get all upset about it. I'm not going to never chew gum again. I'm just going to say, okay, and put it back in my purse. So you have to have the same mentality around that. It isn't for everyone. Not everyone's going to want your product. Not everyone's going to think it's life changing, and it's okay. It's okay. There's a lot of people that are really, really needing an opportunity in 2021, and they're praying for one, and you might be the one to be their person who can save them from what they're going through right now. And that is what I take very seriously, and I want to be the person that can offer hope to the person that really needs it.
I love that, and good health.
Yes,
I
yes.
love that. I think that for anyone who's listening who's in an MLM, I'm waiting for an MLM guru to write a book, and I want to see them standing on the cover on a mountain of no's and say how I built my empire on a mountain of no's, because that is exactly what you're doing. And I can't even tell you how many of those no's came back after several years of me being very consistent, sharing and serving, and decided to get super excited and became
Hmm.
awesome at it because I didn't push it. I just kept setting that example and being the same me, right? I didn't change into some crazy person.
Hmm.
And so it just worked out beautifully. But I love that you have this opportunity for people going into 2021. And so what I want to do is, you can tell us how we can find you, but I want to make sure in the show notes that we connect you, because we don't talk products, so we haven't mentioned any product names. But I definitely want, if you're interested in building a business and you're at the investigating phase of it, where you want to know what that company is like, is it a good fit? Where do I find a leader to lead me? Because I want to be right there. And those couple of questions, you'll want to connect with Cyndi and start investigating what she does. I will tell you, I've been using the products for a couple of years now, and I love it. And I'm one of those 90%, because I just did not have it in me it wasn't that I couldn't do it. I knew I could because I'd already done it somewhere else, but I would have to leave that somewhere else to really build big. But that wasn't it at all. I was very faithful to the products because I love them. I won't tell you what they've done for me because I don't want to make any claims here, but call me and I'll tell you.
Off air.
Yes.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Well, they can visit my website. It's cindywalter.com, and it's spelled a little different. CYNDIWALTER.com. And I have a free 15-minute consultation you can sign up for. And absolutely, I can answer any questions that you have if you're interested in network marketing. And, I'd be absolutely thrilled to help you. And there's also a free gift on there that you can get when you sign up to do a 15-minute consultation. So, and then I'll get you all of my the ways they can connect with me on social media too, Jana.
Perfect. And here's the thing. Cyndi is a huge builder in this company, and she's opening her doors for 15-minute consults. Like, I don't do that. I would totally take her up on this, because what would you do if you were looking for a job or you were looking to build a business? You'd go out and investigate and talk to those leaders who've already done it. So I would definitely take her up on that 15-minute consult. If nothing else, do your homework, and maybe it's a fit, maybe it's not. The great thing about working with Cyndi is she's okay with either.
That's right. That's right. And I just can't thank you enough. You're just amazing. You're such a light for everyone. I'm so grateful to you. I know you've been helping and coaching some of my team members. So I'm so thankful for you and all that you do. Your work is beautiful, and you inspire and help so many people. And talk about giving people hope. You do just that, my friend.
Thank you, Cyndi. Thank you again for being on this show. I really appreciate it.
Absolutely. Thank you for having me.